Derry City on Friday night. Robertson, who saw his new side beat Cove Ramblers in the League Cup last week, was in the dugout officially for the first time as Derry faced in-form Sligo Rovers, who are looking for a fourth win in a row.
John Robertson got a great reception from the Derry City fans as he emerged for his first match at the Brandywell. The new manager clearly has work to do. Derry had won only one of their last 10 league games before Friday and had a home record of 2 wins in their 8 matches. As is often the case when a new manager comes in, a reaction comes from the players, and it was most definitely positive for Derry. Eddie McCallion had their first chance on goal. A Route 1 ball minutes later caught out the Sligo defence and Mark Farron raced through, but Richard Brush in the Sligo goal reacted quickly to avert the danger. A ball over the top once again caused the away defence problems. Brush was forced to come out to clear the danger. The ball rebounding to Farron, but he couldn't take advantage. Adam Hughes with the challenge. Robertson must have been happy with the start his side had made. They finally hit the front in the 34th minute when Gareth McGlynn broke down the right flank. The Rovers defenders failed to close him down, and he then delivered a perfect pass to Mark Farron, who finally got his goal after all his early endeavour. A Killian Brennan ball into Farron broke kindly for the striker, but just when he'd found himself some space, Brush recovered to block. Derry got a second goal in the 37th minute. Some neat passing found Farron in space on the left. He passed on to Brennan, who crossed, and Gareth McGlynn reacted quickest. Sligo's response was almost immediate. Rafael Cretaro showed some good persistence to win the ball back from Eddie McCallion. He crossed, Derry failed to clear properly, and Matthew Judge took advantage. 2-1 at half-time, and all 3 goals coming in the space of 5 minutes. Undeterred after conceding, Derry continued to pile on the pressure after the break. A corner was headed back across goal in the direction of Sammy Morrow, but Seamus Coleman cleared for Sligo. Derry got their 2-goal advantage back 10 minutes into the second half when Morrow flicked the ball into Kieran Martin's path, who made a scoring return after a spell on loan at Norwegian side Fredrikstad. It was all Derry at this stage, and when McGlynn crossed it was only half cleared, but despite Barry Malloy's shot taking a deflection, Brush made the save. McGlynn on the Derry right was being given plenty of space, and he was used again. His cross to Kevin McHugh at the back post was perfect, but the substitute's header went left, much to his frustration. Sligo still weren't out of this match, and the in-form Matthew Judge was always providing an outlet for his midfield. His shot on this occasion didn't overly concern Jennings. Disappointment for the former Irish under-19 international. Derry's second sub of the game, Kevin Deary, released Farron on the right. His dangerous ball was scrambled away. That was just the first wave of attack. The ball returned. Seamus Coleman then tried to clear, but it was only as far as McGlynn, who found Farron, and he had his second and Derry's 4th goal. The home side pushed for more. Jamie McKenzie blocked McHugh's initial attempt, and his second shot wasn't too far off. There was still time for one last attempt, but 4-1 it finished, and a successful start for John Robertson, who was happy with his team's performance.
Tonight the lads showed that, we asked them the question, are you going to feel sorry for yourself, or are we going to get a league campaign up and running? We asked them to look deep inside themselves for inspiration, to go out there and give me an answer, a definitive answer as to how ambitious they were, and tonight I got an answer.
And tonight I think Derry have done very well on the night. Obviously congratulations to John. It's his first game in charge and it was a good win. And I think Derry were full value for the win. So good luck to them.
We started a great tempo, that's what we're after. Created a lot of chances and took them when they came along. We lost a sloppy goal, and even until the 4th goal went in, all credit to Sligo, I didn't think they were out of it. A lot of good players, a lot of nice passing, but I think the fact that the boys worked so hard that Pat didn't have a save to make showed the commitment tonight, and we could have, we created a lot of chances tonight. And despite the fact we've won 4-1, there's still aspects of the game that we need to get a bit more clinical at. Our passing can be better, our crossing can be better, and our finishing can be better. But all in all, it's a wonderful performance tonight.
We're very thin on the ground with players, and we need to bring some players in. At the end of the day, we've been in the transfer window for a week now, and we haven't made a signing, and that's very disappointing.
Paddy, it so often happens when a new manager comes in, the team have a smashing at Derry City.
Sligo's 3-match winning streak was ended by Derry last week, and they started brightly against their western rivals Galway, who would no doubt like to be higher in the table. Rafael Quintaro and Matthew Judge combined well. Adam Hughes' effort kept out by Gary Rogers. Farudin Kudosevic might want to look away at this next chance. An overhead cross found Quintaro, whose shot come cross landed at the big striker's feet. He should have done better from close range. Sligo continued to threaten after the break. Quintaro's pass set Gary Curran away. He got his cross in, but Rogers was alive to the danger. Sligo went in front just before the hour, and it was well deserved. Seamus Coleman had a huge part to play. His matey run and pass created the shooting chance for Conor O'Grady, which was blocked. Hughes, finding the loose ball, squared it to Matthew Judge, who tapped home his 4th goal in 5 games. Galway had little to shout about. Their first meaningful chance came midway through the second half. This Shane Tracy shot had Brush scrambling to his left. That brought them into the game more. They went closer minutes later. Reggie Newtonmer with the free kick. Wesley Charles's knock-on found Barry Moran, who couldn't hit the target. At the other end, Kudosevic's free kick, almost finding top corner. Galway were level with 5 minutes to go. Derry Glen won goal of the month for June, but this one won't be a contender for July. Sligo failed to clear a throw-in, giving Alan Murphy a shot at goal, but Glen reacted quickest to net his 6th of the season. Not bad for a player who was playing junior soccer before his move to Galway. Sligo Rovers had the last chance. A well-worked free involving Judge presented Kudosevic with this opportunity. It finished 1-1, a result neither side would have been happy with.
I thought Galway were worth a point tonight. I thought they kept going. I thought they were very spirited. And people might say we sat back. We never sat back. We got forced back. And when you get forced back in games, you always fear for the worst.
I thought, as you said, the draw was a fair result, and I thought we really kicked on second half, and substitutions made a difference as well. They're young boys, but they did really well when they came on, and obviously players. Then it shows a bit of character as well when you go one down. It's never an easy place to come to showgrounds. I think there's teams that are looking to win the league that will come here and get a point and feel it's a good result. So it's a very good point for us. It's a precious point everyone is at this stage of the season, and we've got to kick on for it.
Opponents have improved in recent weeks under Paul Cook. Just 1 defeat in 5.
These two sides drew their match at the showgrounds in April, and once again there wasn't too much between the teams at the RSC on Friday night. With 3 minutes on the clock, Rafael Quintaro came close, putting his shot just right. The same player was involved in the build-up with Conor O'Grady, but Matthew Judge's header was finally gathered by Dean Delaney. Waterford started to get into the match, and Sligo had Seamus Coleman to thank when the ball looked to be heading goalwards. It was Waterford who hit the front with 19 minutes gone. Carl Birmingham, a recent arrival from Derry City, capping his home debut by poking the ball past Richard Brush. Sligo levelled the game just after the half hour. Judge released Conor O'Grady on the right, who crossed for Kudosevic, and the Bosnian had an easy finish past Delaney. The second half was slow to start. Waterford almost retook the lead in the 63rd minute. Vinnie Sullivan crossing for second half sub Kiley, whose header had Brush beaten. Matthew Judge, who has been in good form of late, was given a great chance to put Sligo in front, but he found Dean Delaney in fine form, twice denying him. Sligo then got themselves in front with 20 minutes to go. Quintaro impressive on the Sligo right, crossing for Kudosevic, who gave Delaney no chance. Waterford tried in vain to get a late equaliser. Dara Kavanagh unlucky. The result leaves Waterford second from bottom.
I'm absolutely disgusted. That's the only word to describe it. We owned the game in the first half an hour. We scored. We would have won it comfortably, but we went away from the game plan. The game plan was to try and turn them. They had an inexperienced back four. They had a left back who isn't a left back, and I felt if we kept putting it in behind, we would have beaten them. But for some strange reason, we started dressing it up and passing the ball in our own half, lost the ball, conceded a goal, and then committed Harry again in the second half where two players jumped for the same ball. It's just amateur stuff, and I have to say, I think in all my time there's been some bad performances, but I'm disgusted tonight.
But we never started in the first half. We played against a Waterford side who competed, who worked, who challenged for every ball and won every second ball, and went in at half time 1-1 when that was an unjust result. You know, Waterford should have been in the lead. Second half we said, you know, forget the football, forget the passing. Unless we compete, we will not get back in the game. You know, second half I thought it was a bit even, Stephen. Do you know what? I personally, as I said, I thought a draw would have been a fair result, but we're delighted to get nicked 3 points.
Bray Wanderers headed west, looking to...
Sides in contention to top the table on Friday night. They face a difficult assignment away to Sligo Rovers. Paul Cook made 2 changes from the 11, which accounted for Waterford last time out, with Brian Cash and Mark Boyd coming in for Stephen Manson and the suspended Rafael Cretero. Pat Scully kept faith with the side who finished scoreless with St. Pat's the previous Monday. Commentary comes from Conor Frehill.
Good strength by Kadozovic. Holds off the challenge. And a nice little bit of skill to boot. He's gone to ground a little easily, but he's managed to manufacture a free kick for his side. The Bosnian will take 4 to aim at in the middle. And one of those was Matthew Judge, and that wasn't very far away. Barry Murphy relieved to see that one flash past the post. A good delivery by Kadozovic. Judge out in front. Murphy appeared to have his angles covered. A 4th corner of the night. Brian Cash delivers. It's helped on towards the back post. And it was Conor O'Grady coming in. Gavin Pearce flicked it on. It fell to the unmarked O'Grady. And that will go down as a real gilt-edged opportunity from there. Shamrock Rovers tried to build. A thundering tackle from Gavin Pearce. And Hughes helps it out left to Kadozovic. Not renowned for his pace, but he will take him on. Jinking left, jinking right. Kadozovic. And Murphy had to be alert to the danger. I don't think there's any doubt this was an intended cross. Either way, Murphy was on hand to tip over. And that's hacked clear to safety. Mackenzie is the covering Sligo defender, but he's been shrugged off it by Tadhg Purcell. A real opportunity. Mackenzie got back, Purcell went to ground. Shamrock Rovers want a penalty. Pat Scully is absolutely incensed on the touchline, but his appeals have been waved away by the referee. A chance to see it again. Mackenzie was caught napping, but did he get anything on the ball? That replay would suggest not. Once more, Matthew Judge is the target. He's had a real ding-dong battle with Barry Ferguson all evening. And the Shamrock Rovers captain is deemed guilty of an infringement. Kadozovic will deliver once more. That's towards the back post. O'Grady rises highest. And once more, Barry Murphy keeps the Sligo onslaught at bay. O'Grady got free once again at the back post. He managed to hit the target this time. Decent contact. But a fine, strong right hand from Barry Murphy. Oh, that's been charged down by O'Grady. He's bearing down on goal. Ferguson is the chasing defender. Well, he managed to get the strike off, but once more Murphy came to his defence's aid. He's been a real thorn in their side in the second half, Conor O'Grady. Or was there a little push by Ferguson? This replay should tell us there was indeed. Maybe that was just enough to put him off. Anxious times on the touchline for Pat Scully. Lawrence is the defender with Judge. That will come to Seamus Coleman. He's taken them on, he's beaten one, he's beaten two. Little flick back inside towards Judge. He steered it across goal and it's in! Adam Hughes has played the captain's part to come up with the opening goal. Sligo are in front, and on the balance of play, you'd have to say it's what they deserve. Coleman was the orchestrator. It appeared to get away from Judge here, but he steered it back across goal. It was just beyond the reach of Godozovic, but Hughes was coming in to find the back of the net. That's come to Coleman, plenty of space on the right-hand side. He hasn't been afraid to get forward, and he's done so again here. Promising run by the fullback. Can he pick out a teammate? That was Judge. And that, you sense, is the 3 points for Sligo. Matthew Judge has come up with the goods yet again. A 7th league goal of the season. That's what it means to the home support. He's become a real cult favourite in Sligo. But a lot of credit has to go to the fullback Coleman. He made the first. He began this move deep in his own half. An inch-perfect pullback for his teammate. They say Judge doesn't do ordinary goals. That was just beyond the grasp of Murphy. Can the visitors claw themselves back into this contest? An enticing cross. Brush came but didn't cover himself in glory. And John Martin has gone to ground under his challenge. The referees wave play on. It's a nothing ball from Hughes, but it will be interesting to see that one again. Brush was committed. He didn't get anything on the ball, and the Hoops will be more than a little aggrieved they didn't get a penalty. And Pat Whelan brings the contest to a close. It's Sligo who come out on top in the Battle of the Rovers. The Hoops' 9-game run comes to a screeching halt at the showgrounds. It's finished Sligo Rovers 2, Shamrock Rovers 0.
I can't ask for any more than the players. I just thought at the end of it all, they're two blatant penalties. Same referee that sent me off last year. I sent 2 of our players off this year. And again, they are 2 absolute stonewall blatant penalties. As I said, I can't ask any more from the players. They gave absolutely everything. And as I said, I don't feel we lost that game tonight.
I'm delighted to win. First half, we were very poor. We never turned up to play the game first half. We speak about these things at our time. I thought second half we were fantastic. I thought we passed the ball, we scored some good goals. You know, defensively we were a lot stronger second half. And when we got in the lead, that's how we think we should play football. We squeezed them in and we kept them in the second half. You know, I can understand what Pat's saying. For me, the second penalty is the most blatant penalty you see, and they don't give it. And somewhere along the line, myself and Pat, my assistant's in trouble tonight, you know, from the line. They're not good decisions. There's 3 officials there. That's a penalty.
Look, we've got some young players there, and they're very physical, they're full-time, they've got experienced players, and physically they try to bully us a little bit. But as I said, I wouldn't take away from that. We didn't lose that game today. That game was taken away from us.
Some interesting comments. Place in the Aircom Premier was up for grabs as Cork City faced Sligo Rovers. City would have been keen to avenge a 4-1 humiliation at the showgrounds in May.
This ball breaks out as far as Neil Horgan. Headed away, only as far as the man on the wing, however. The waiting Colin Healy, he gets his cross in. Poor clearance. Might be a chance here. Well, Richard Brush makes a fine save. Danger not fully gone yet, as the ball trickles out for a corner kick. But what a start that would have been for the home side. Richard Brush bailing out his team. It was a poor clearance. Gareth Farrelly coming in. Good save from the keeper. Sligo looking to get a foothold in the Cork City half. This is Cretaro for Matthew Judge. Judge with a runner outside him. It's Godozovic. Little chip. Back off the bar. And Cork City's goal survives intact. What a great piece of skill from Godozovic. Lifted it up and over Mick Devine and nearly gave Paul Cook's side the lead. Billy Woods for Liam Carney. Carney now still going. Whips in a cross. Spilt by Brush. Roy O'Donovan coming in. Well, the referee's whistle has gone for a free kick. A foul by O'Donovan on the keeper. Sligo now looking to change the point of the attack. Conor O'Grady tries to switch the play. Not a good ball, cut out by Neil Horgan. O'Grady goes after Softich, however, and O'Grady wins it back. Well, that's great battling from a former crowd favourite here at Cork City. Conor O'Grady winning inside the free kick, which Mark Boyd is stepping up to take. Judge at the edge of the box, still he has it, slips one through for his captain, and it's 1-0 to Sligo Rovers. Stunned silence at Turner's Cross. Adam Hughes took advantage of some sloppy defending, good little pass from Judge, kept his head down and blasted it past Mick Devine at his near post. Maybe the keeper won't be too happy when he sees that again. Adam Hughes coming up with his second goal in 2 games, having scored last week against Shamrock Rovers, and his 3rd of the season. Sligo now growing in confidence, looking to build on that lead. Judge just can't get there, away by Neil Horgan. The man picking it up is Boyd. Boyd fires one in, and for the second time in this game, the woodwork comes to Cork City's rescue. Neil Horgan and Colin Healy standing over this one. What can they come up with? It's Horgan. Good save again by Brush. But that's better from the home side. Colin Healy with the corner kick. Header at the back post. Well, it was always rising. It was Admir Softich. He got up well. He's a big man. It was a well-flighted corner kick, but just couldn't get over the header. It was always rising up and over the bar. The goal kick is what results in that drops into the midfield. Ball forward is cut out. It'll drop here to Gareth Farrelly. And this is Roy O'Donovan, he's in! Roy O'Donovan from a tight angle. It doesn't matter to this man. Well, he really is a striker on form. That's why Fulham want him. That's why Sunderland want him. That's why Damien Richardson and these supporters want to keep him. His 14th league goal of the season, not the greatest of first touches, forced himself very wide, but that's a confident, cool, calm and collected finish. And the sides are level at 1 goal apiece with 32 minutes played. Cork now, can they go in front before the half-time whistle? Ball in, claims for a handball from the shed. And I think from Roy O'Donovan coming in as well. But play continues. This is Gareth Farrelly getting forward well. Back for Healy. Into the pad of Softich. Drills one in. And it's missed at the back post. Well, what a glorious chance that was. Leon McSweeney couldn't keep it down. Kadosevic now gets it back. Sligo looked to put on some early pressure in this second half. Well, the free kick's been given at the edge of the box. But Colin Healy not too happy with that challenge. And the referee does well to step in and intervene between the players. The free kick had been already given at this stage. Dangerous position. It's Kadosevic standing over it. Kadosevic whips it in, and Sligo are back in front. And once again, stunned silence here at Turner's Cross. Mick Devine beaten for the second time. Kadosevic got it up and over the wall so quickly. Really got great dip in that, back down. And Devine scrambling across his goal line, couldn't get there, and Sligo lead by 2-1. Well, plenty of time for Cork City to get back into this game. Plenty of time too, maybe, for Sligo to add a third. And it's there, the side on the attack at the moment. Ball slipped forward. Billy Woods can't intercept it. It's Rafael Cretaro going forward. He's brought down at the edge of the box. And another dangerous position here from which Sligo may threaten. Billy Woods not too happy with the decision. He's got a yellow card for his protestations, or maybe it was for the initial foul. But another chance for Sligo to test Mick Devine. It's Keith Foy, whips it in. It took a deflection off the wall, and Gavin Pearce coming in at the back post just couldn't get the touch. Can Sligo hold out for 3 valuable, precious points? A dangerous position now, which they'll have to defend. Free kick, whipped in, header at the near post. Over Richard Brush's bar from McSweeney. Late pressure being applied by the home side. Gareth Farrelly for Dan Murray. Ball being cleared away, and the full-time whistle goes. And the jeers ring around Turner's Cross. The home support not happy at all. And that's the man who's caused their woes tonight. Faz Kudosevic coming up with the winner. On 56 minutes, Adam Hughes had given his side a 15th minute lead. His goal was cancelled out by Roy O'Donovan's 14th league goal of the season, his 21st in all competitions. But then Faz Kudosevic, 11 minutes into the second half, with his 8th goal of the season. And it's 3 valuable points for Sligo Rovers. And it's the Sligo Rovers team and their small band of loyal supporters who've travelled down from Sligo tonight, who'll go home happy from Cork. It's finished. Cork City 1, Sligo Rovers 2.
Well, Paddy Mulligan.